being the oldest of 10. It's been it's funny. It's been an excellent experience. I didn't always think that when I was growing up, but I think that being in that position where I was the oldest, and my oldest brother, he's 2 years younger than me, and being in a situation where you're, 10, 11, 12, and my mom's asking me to do a lot at that point in time, but she's a single mom and she's working 2, 3 jobs, and I was really asked to step up to the plate at a time where I maybe didn't want to, but in hindsight, I realized that now as an adult, it shaped me in ways I really didn't foresee, as far as being disciplined and being able to make sacrifices and being able to understand the bigger picture sometimes. I would say being a role model for them has really changed me in a lot of ways, because I always have eyes on me, and it's not even in a judgmental way, but they look at me and I set the standard. I'm more in first generation college student. I'm really the trailblazer in a lot of ways. So for me to make these accomplishments, and I bought my brother a shirt from Brazil. He's like, well, I want to go to Brazil, and he's like, I'm going too. And for that to be something that you hear your 10-year-old brother saying, when I was 10, I wanted to leave Ohio, let alone take a 8-hour plane ride somewhere else. But to be in that situation and not to look at it as a burden, but as an excellent opportunity to not only be a mentor, but also to let them teach me. My brother has a behavior disorder, and I've been working with him for years before he was diagnosed, and I think a lot of my training, I would say, came from him. Being a student that is viewed as, having a lot of behavior problems and not really doing so great in school, and one of those kids you call at risk, was really powerful for me, because I began to understand how important it was to look at the strengths that he brought to the table as opposed to those negative pieces. It was really, again, just transformative for me, because coming here and talking to some of the professors here, I get that same information relayed back to me all these years later about positive, life-changing educators being people that, they don't dwell on the negativity, or they don't dwell on the deficits of students, but look at what they bring to the table and maximizing those gifts, for sure.